thought it was time I heard the stories for myself. And found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
Hey guys, welcome back. If anyone watches this, then it would be guys.
I don't know if I should even be writing this.
Or girls. But welcome back to Edith Finch. What remains of Edith Finch?
Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me.
Supposedly the best adventure game of this year. At least that's what I've been told. So far,
but I thought you should know about
it's
your
pretty
family.
good.
And the history you're a part of. Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now. I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth. And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible.
No way. Wait, let me just do something quick. So someone did join. I left.
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it.
Huh.
What
That
kind of
is
family
strange.
finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
This kind of family. Wait, you have to go down.
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault. Sven built the house, but it was Edith who designed the cemetery. I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide. Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
What's that at the top? Is it just like a dodgy flag or something? So well designed. Oh.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us. There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
So far this has been interesting, I guess. Right.
But looking back on it now...
apologize for not talking too much.
If she told me there was going to be so much climbing...
But...
I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Submit. Quick.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common. They were both pretty intense.
I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are going to last a lifetime. Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
Hold still while I take a picture of you.
I definitely won't be moving.
Are you done yet?
Does it sound like I'm done? Nothing quite like being outside. Hey!
That's a keeper.
Oop. A little more gas in the tank, I guess. I'm just saying, I'm not always going to be here, Dawn. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was going to be fine?
Some guy who died.
Dawn, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Dawn, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph? Last time I was with my brother Calvin. You don't need to waste any more film on me, kiddo. Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish, how to build a fire. We found an old logging trail. There were deer everywhere. I bet if I could remember where that trail was, we'd spot a buck for you in no time. Give me a minute to check the map. eyes, Don. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Dad, I...
Just breathe. Turn off your imagination. Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Dawn, you don't have to do anything. Great shot, Dawn! I'm proud of you, Dawn. Always remember that, okay? Sorry, Don. Just gotta reset the timer.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally normal, Don. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me. Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it. After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it. I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Hold on, sweetie. Hello? Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
I wonder what he saw.
This is quite a fun level.
So much of Captain.
Quite like this one.
Lost in his imagination.
I'm the frog in case you can guess. Stop it, duckies. You're better at dancing than me. So, what's formation? This is funny. Heard of it. Gregory. What do I do?
Whatever it was he saw.
Oh, I can jump.
It sure made him happy. sounds. That I worried about a baby being too happy. But I can feel him slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could. Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Damn it. Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
I wish you could have told us about the world we saw. There's so much I don't understand about Gregory, about everything.
Worn by green. No, I can't swim through the O. Mr.
I
Whale!
know what happened wasn't your fault. I'm sure he's happy.
Go towards the light.
Good luck, Kay.
I only towards the light. Right up.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard.
Meow.
My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom, were the words that
I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
It's quite a sad game, if you think about it. Who's that? Who's that?
the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to
Come here.
But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger.
Yeah, sorry, if anyone doesn't like swearing, then don't look at those bits. I think it is like a 12 or 16 though.
The wind
This
picked
game,
up,
so
and panicked geese appeared and quickly went.
might not be. Might be
But all the
12.
humans did that day was go inside the tents.
Oh no! I'm gonna get struck by lightning! I thought I might all wrong, to be honest. Wait, did the game just save?
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made. The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder."
Oh no. Is the tent gonna crush us?
I
Is
wish
this
that
like
I
a
could truly say I thought about you on that day.
whirlwind or something?
Out
Oh,
there
it
on
looks
the
like a
beach alone.
squid.
Just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus. My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get. She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Another steel door. There we go. That's
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Louis was born a year later. When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back. The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a while, things were good. Almost normal, but it didn't last. The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle. After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings. Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
This is quite cool.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
Interesting.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors. Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
To the shipwreck.
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Louis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room, until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
That was a bit weird. Controller just disconnected. Can I not open that or something? Whoa.
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
Okay then.
Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to wander. I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads. And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more. I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. so I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend. On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians. And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination, so he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor, and he won. They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him.
Connor, why?
Hey, I'm currently watching the broadcast.
Oh,
New Louisville.
New Louisville.
St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality.
Yeah, I know where this is going. He's going to end up chopping his hand off. Because his imagination's going to...
No, he doesn't.
Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery.
Oh, he forgot to go home.
Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on.
So his mother's just there, like, come on, Lewis, let's go. And he's just stuck in imagination.
In Lewisburg, he heard rumours of a...
In Lewisburg. Ah, beautiful prince or handsome queen. Is this to test if Lewis is gay or
handsome
not?
queen.
Beautiful prince or handsome queen.
You see that? Because a girl would be called beautiful and a man would be called handsome.
Yeah, I know.
The queen was on her own quest for...
Radiant rainbows, sinister serpents. Rainbows!
Radiant rainbows. He followed the sound of her
electric guitar. Electric sitar. Yes.
electric
The after the ocean's cool because it fills the whole screen and it becomes like first person type thing.
That's it?
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound. He knew the world was all in his imagination.
Oh, this is like getting closer and closer to first person.
It does eventually become first person as Lewis.
Created it. In
Yeah,
his
it
own
does
eyes,
eventually get to
he becomes
first
something
person.
greater than a king.
It almost is first
Someone
person.
who'd
It's
never
third
known
person at
success
the
in the
moment.
real world. I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
Oh, in his imagination, he's walking like
Began to forget the world we know.
he's not where what I can see at the moment. Yeah, but it's not in the imagination world. In his imagination right now.
I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker.
People watching it are like, for me, why is
Began
your
to
voice
despise the man
delaying
with
it?
a royal
Because it doesn't
contempt.
make any sense. But you've just got a weird delay on it.
Oh, this is Finch. That's
No,
Lewis.
that's Lewis, yeah.
Who am I then?
I still thought I could save
You're
him.
Lewis, but in your imagination.
Oh. Bye,
Even after he said
Lewis.
he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder.
Yeah. Bye, bye.
The palace would be packed with his companions.
I like this music.
Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on inviting him.
The wise Calico. The evil Herbert.
His queen waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do. Bend down his head.
I'm not going to get crowned here, am I? My head's gonna get chopped
They're
off.
gonna, yeah, look, they're gonna do.
Yeah, I've seen it.
And the rest I think
No,
you
this is
know.
how Lewis dies.
Mrs. Finch, your
Yeah, I
son was
know.
a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
He just kills himself. How long have I been doing this? Are you watching, Connor?
Yeah.
My brother was
How
pretty
long have
cool.
I been doing this?
I wish you could have met him.
Like, what time am I on?
45 minutes ago.
Okay, that's how long I've been doing it. Okay.
You were doing it for 45 minutes, yeah.
He was so proud of being Indian. I think for him, it was a way to be something other than just a Finch.
Just so you know, you have to go through that silver door, otherwise you can't get to the
On the way
next
back
part.
from Lewis's
Okay.
funeral, my mom told me to start packing.
Wait, the
She
one I
leaned
just
into
went
the
through.
gate before we
Oh, yeah.
left to tell Edith.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed,
Ooh.
but I understand why we left.
Do.
There's nothing in that part, you have to go up a set of stairs.
Okay, thanks.
But
I'm
the
still
set
gonna have a
of stairs
look.
is inside that
My
room,
mom ended up
just so.
leaving everything behind.
Okay, so let's tell
You
you
don't
something.
need to go out.
Wait, where did those stairs go? Wait, what? Oh, there.
What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe you should have come sooner.
No. Wait, this is my room. I thought it was Edie, like not Edith.
But it had to end one way or another.
Oh no, she's
All that's
gonna
left now is to tell
die.
you about that last night.
No, she's gonna write her story now.
And now it's like
The whole
writing
last
something.
day,
So
Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
To our final night together, and all our final nights apart.
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have it off now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
Okay. So now I wander off to the hallway to get my
the power had been
prezi.
shut off that morning.
I want me
Edie
some
always had plenty of
prezi.
candles.
I want prezi.
When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance.
Where's my
Or that
prezi?
Edie had a key to it.
Where be my prez? My prezi? Where is my prezi? My prezi?
You're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight.
Oh no.
We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground.
This bit's quite cool, but you
There'd
have
been
to
an
find a way
earthquake out
around.
in the middle of the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. No, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way. I got turned around.
Just keep going straight ahead, I think.
Well, I can't really do anything else.
I started seeing things. when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them.
You've forgotten a bed had existed.
Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it. Let go. I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car.
Really? We're leaving Grandma Edith.
I never saw Great Grandma Edie again.
Oh, Edie.
The next morning, the van came to pick her up, and she was already gone.
No.
After that, we moved around a lot.
Edith is a little kid. I know. That was Edie.
I know.
We both tried to make the best of it.
I like that shape.
You can move your hand in a wave, Red.
A few years
That's what I was doing. Sort of.
My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot.
What's going on with her
The
fingers?
rest happened pretty quickly.
I don't know.
She got better for a while. And then she didn't. And then I was alone.
Oh no.
The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you.
Me? I'm not
I'm
Finch.
still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is.
Wait, Connor, have you done this bit yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
This journal
Is
was
this the
supposed
end?
to be for you.
Yeah, there's just a little bit more
But now I hope you'll never see
after
it.
this, but it's like tiny.
I just want to meet you.
Wait, do you get
Tell you all
Edie's
these
story?
stories myself.
How do you get Edie's story?
But I guess if
There
you're
is
reading
no
this
Edie
now,
story, I think.
Well, I reckon there is a way to
Work
get
out
all
that
the
way.
stories, but I think it's just a lot harder to.
this is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it.
I've just realised
It's a
how
lot to
gross that
ask.
was.
But I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Plot twist!
That's deep.
Yeah, I know. Giant Sparrow. Oh, for Shirley Dallas.
Giant Sparrow, the company. I'm not watching this. This is just a massive credits list.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just gonna go into Fortnite.
Oh. I'm just showing all the kids. Like all the people when they were little, basically. What is that baby's face? I'm sorry, but that looked weird.
Oh, I own both 200 Reebok items in this store right now.
Trick or treat, smell my feet.
Where's that?
Just said that.
What, on the Edith Finch game mode?
Yeah. Oh, that's a shame. The replay story is now select Edith to play from the beginning. Okay. And that is the end of Edith Finch. Anyone wants me to replay any of the stories, please say so, and I will do that. Goodbye.